How's everyone doing on this Saturday morning, guys? TikTokers. It's all fresh and well. That means one thing and one thing only. The weekend has landed. Welcome to game week 21. My name is Mr. Bellardi. As always. Of course, I was looking back on YouTube. My team was upside down. Is my team the right way this week? Let me know. I'm not as convinced about Haaland being in first position as I was. Let me know, please. Nunez. I mean, he could do all against Chelsea, but he's not someone I know. How did your last game week get on? Very erratic finisher. I'd rather have Tony, and then when mine was okay. You could always switch him to a Mitrovic. Not brilliant, but I got was it 67 points the last game week. Of course, my last transfer was of course I got 30 in place of Reece James, and I got in Harry Kane. Place of Mitrovic. That was actually a good move. The Doherty one, unfortunately, he didn't play the second game. But at least it's 1 point better than nothing. I'd probably say March just because of his bonus points. Good morning, Fran. Good morning to you, Paddy. Are you well? I think Mitoma is the more exciting player and pick. Of course, there's my team at the moment. I haven't made a transfer. I don't think I'm going to make a transfer this week. I'm going to have maybe 2 free transfers going into the. But you never know. Could change your mind last minute. But I don't think I will. Yeah, so my team is Ward and goal, defence Cancelo, Trippier, Doherty, midfield Mount, Rashford, Martinelli, vice captain Salah, Pereira. My strikers are Kane and captain Haaland. My subs are Kepa, Sharp, Sam Greenwood, and the guy who's not playing. Patterson, who's still injured, he's not back to the 18th of February. Oh, good, Fran. What's your score prediction today? I'm not really a big fan of the rest. You mean Liverpool Chelsea? I don't mind starting them. If I had to pick one, it would be Rashford. Because Liverpool are home. Yeah, I think they're decent choices this week. It's just the United defenders I'm a bit more worried. I went for 2-1 Liverpool. I think United will also score, and if they do, 2-1, obviously got a chance of being involved. Get a Brian midfielder or roll the transfer. I'd roll the transfer. Because both teams I'd roll in most cases. They're not doing that well at the moment. Who would have thought January Liverpool 9th and Chelsea 10th? Who would have thought that at the start of the season? I think generally for most people, yeah, I was expecting it. Double gaming for United confirmed. It is provisionally confirmed. Liverpool have injuries. Chelsea have injuries. That means they'll have a 4th round replay as well. No double game week. So Man United and Leeds have to win or lose the FA Cup game. And of course, the last game week we actually beat Man City in the Manchester Derby. Do you think Rashford was interfering with play? No, because he didn't touch the ball. If he would have touched the ball, he was offside. But he did touch the ball. It was clever. And but to be fair, Man City, they weren't great last week. To be fair, against United, they were very poor. Haaland only had one header. But to be fair, Haaland, he brought in other players into play. I honestly wouldn't do that. But
Modric,
but to of course, people that triple captain Haaland. Thank God I didn't. I did captain Haaland though. He got me a goal.
I'd still be very apprehensive, even with good signings like Modric.
I would definitely captain him again because
Wolves. I
Wolves.
appreciate that very much.
I think he will score loads of goals against Wolves.
Very good question. I've actually benefited.
Of course, the last game we Mahrez. He got a little card, 2 goals, one assist, and 3 bonus.
I've actually benefited from it. 16 games.
The first game he only got 2 points against United. I was going to get Mahrez in, but I'm not going to because what happens if he's on the bench? Because that could happen as well.
Then when I came back to it, made videos and did research and prepared.
Of course, Liverpool were very poor against Brighton.
I'd say it's kind of, it depends on your situation.
You got to give full credit to Brighton though. They play good football.
For me, it's the
Sully March got 2 goals and assists and 3 bonus as well.
Like in 2020, so a few years ago.
Who else had a good get? Who else had a great? Bruno did pretty well this week. Scored against City and Palace.
We had so many suspensions for different teams, and you had to keep
the last game week.
So there's only 2 or 4 fixtures on, and then you bring in players like Lacazette.
Of course,
stuff like that.
Arsenal got a great win away at Tottenham. 2-0. What was Fekir Lloris doing? Oh my God! What a nightmare by the Tottenham keeper. All he had to do was catch it with his 2 hands. It was easy.
Then get rid of Martial very soon. Hi Dylan, I joined late and this question probably been asked. It's not been asked too much, surprisingly.
But to be fair, Odegaard's goal was brilliant. He's impressed this season. Just a shame that I don't have him. But it's one of those things.
Like I said, yes, you'd want in the likes of Kane,
as I said.
Is it worth making a goalkeeper transfer?
Of course, what else?
And then just bringing in Ederson anyway. I know the appeal of
Nottingham Forest beat Leicester. Johnson got 2 goals and Morgan Gilroy got 2 assists. To be fair, Forest have played well the last few weeks, but they have a big problem now. The good news and bad news. The bad news is Dean Henderson is out for about 3 to 4 weeks. The good news is that they got Chris Wood on loan until the end of the season from Newcastle.
Roll the transfer for now because you might want Rodrigo for the double game week, but then by
of course,
Leeds aren't going to double because
Aston Villa beat Leeds 2-1. Everybody said Leeds are hard done by, but doesn't matter if you're hard done by or not. If you don't take your chances, you get punished, and that's what happened to Leeds last Friday. Doesn't matter if you have more chances or not. It's about finishing. At the end of the day, if you don't finish, you don't score. That's end of story. Of course, I'm in the next round of the Fantasy Cup as well. I'm in the next round of Man United Cup, and of course I'm in the second round of the Public of Ireland Cup because the first one I got to buy. I got to buy the first round.
Hope he starts and gets you a return against Wolves. Yeah. Even if he does.
Of course, to be team, there's still a few problems to be team. I think Cancelo, I'm not 100% sure. I'm about probably 50-50. Will he start or not? I think he will start against Wolves because he got his rest. He didn't come on against Tottenham on Thursday. I thought Cancelo played well last Saturday against United, to be honest with you.
It's also the kind of fixtures in between and afterwards.
Just a shame that got the result for it. Well, I'm glad that we beat City, but
should I start Ben White or Kyle Walker?
Yo.
Start Walker.
Hey, how are you?
Almiron, Rashford, and De Gea or Ward.
Yeah.
I go for Almiron, and I would also go for De Gea, I think.
Oh, De Gea.
The captaincy, I don't think it's a bad shout, but not my favourite this week.
No.
Thank you, Yazid. Should I bring in Mitoma for Almiron?
Yeah,
No.
so
I'd honestly keep Almiron for now. I would argue over the next three, he's better than
good.
March or Mitoma.
That's good.
Shape, we literally featured your question, so I don't know.
Of course, don't forget to lock in your teams by 11 o'clock this morning to lock in your team.
Why would you need to sell them though? I know
as well.
This week and they're probably blank, but in the long term,
to be fair,
you can have and for a very cheap price.
I think the only one that would get clean sheet would at the back probably would be if Cancelo starts, it'd be him and Kieran Trippier. I don't think Ward won't get a clean sheet, but he will pick up a lot of save points. Because Leicester do concede a lot of chances as well. Matt Doherty, I hope he does start on Monday night because he did come on like Cancelo on Thursday, but I think he will start. Doherty, to be fair, didn't have a bad game on Sunday, but it's the rest of his teammates that let him down. Clear the Lloris. Yeah, Mason Mount. I might keep him for one more week. Because what happens if Jorginho doesn't start? And Mason Mount. If Jorginho doesn't start and Mason Mount starts, Mason Mount will be on penalties if Jorginho doesn't start today. But I think he will though. Who do I think? Right or sharp? It's a tough one because they're both against each other. To be fair, the only one who I would start probably on tackle returns. I would go for Luke Shaw because Ben White doesn't get that many returns. Does get a lot of bonus points, but of course I can't see neither team picking up a clean sheet, so it's very hard. So it's up to you. Oh, there's the prices that are going up.
Okay, so we are back.
Odegaard is going up in price again.
If you need a reminder of the fixtures, these are the fixtures here. Liverpool-Chelsea is the first game of the weekend.
Connor Fay.
Fulham Spurs, but that will obviously be on the Monday, on the 23rd of January.
I just told you weren't listening.
This week, and no double.
You weren't listening.
But we will have a potential double in 22 for Man United and Leeds.
You could watch it back. Hopefully, if I can save this on YouTube later.
Man City. But yeah,
hopefully.
Fixtures. Obviously, got the big clash on Sunday.
Cheers.
Manchester United. That's going to be a
great
game,
advice.
But,
you're very welcome.
Let's go back now to my team.
Mate.
I probably won't make any changes to this. I mean, I think the biggest doubts for me this week. I didn't even realize I still have more.
Yeah, of course. Breaking news. Man United and Leeds have a double game week in game week 22, but of course that could be cancelled. I don't think Man United's double game week will be cancelled though, because
whilst Chelsea could actually be
that's it. They don't beat Reading. If they get a draw against Reading, they will have to go to a replay. So the double game week will be cancelled.
The other big decision I have to make,
of course,
would be White
as well.
And I'm going to favour Arsenal's chance.
Of course, that will happen.
For Ben White. I think
as well.
Nothing that's going to be changed in terms of order.
So I've got to bring you to the fixtures
to go for a Kane or Tony
today,
maybe even De Bruyne or Trippier, but I think I'm just going to stick with Haaland, unless I have just an urge to be a bit different, because I have to admit, captaining Haaland does get.
I went for 2-1 Liverpool.
In recent weeks where he's not getting the points anyway.
1-1 the trade Bournemouth and Forest. Because I think Forest will concede. Because I know Henderson.
Saka, sorry.
I went for 2-1 Brighton away at Leicester.
What are your transfer thoughts?
2-1 Southampton against Villa.
Potentially in game of 22 as a
2-1 West Ham against Everton. 2-0 Newcastle away at Palace.
And also get rid of someone like
1-1 3 Leeds at Brentford.
I think that's the best way to show you.
Because Brentford at times will have to drop points.
Let me just get this off. Okay, so
I went for 3-0 Man City against Wolves.
Seen it already. In game 22,
1-3 Arsenal Man United.
Like this maybe. So could run it down to Bueno, let's say, for example. Plays Liverpool, I think.
How many points
then I will bring
do
in,
you
let's see if I can do Andreas. The only problem I have with this, though, is having 8 attackers.
You
but
will get
depth, you could argue
today.
Do something like this and bring in Odegaard.
It depends.
This would be the problem, though. Who do I start
How well my players get on.
Pretty decent.
Like how many players do I have today? I think Trippier would get a clean sheet today.
Something like this, then.
I think Ward. I think my.
So yeah, that's something
I think Ward. If Brian were to get a penalty, then if he saves a penalty,
this is kind of
fantastic.
Transfer plans. I could do something like this.
I'd be delighted with that. Cancelo would be stars. I think Man City would get a clean sheet.
But I would be getting rid of my weak link, which is Cucurella, just going for an even cheaper defender.
And if Matt Doherty starts as well, I think Tottenham.
Bolster my midfield, I would argue. So yeah, that is kind of one.
Could get a clean sheet as well. Like Tottenham's home form is terrible, but their away form is not too bad.
Incredible, you have to say, since the World Cup.
How many do I have today? I have.
And he's carried that form over into the
2.
He is the main man offensively. And
4.
He's only ranked once against Nottingham Forest. He's got some decent.
I think I only have 4 today. 4 players. Well,
but at the same time,
Sam Greenwood's on my bench, but he's not a starter for Leeds. So it's a shame because he's a good young talent. Is Greenwood. He can take free kicks and corners.
That's why the transfer I showed you,
which is a shame
be scrapped, and I could instead consider
for my assets.
That's going to be the tricky question, unfortunately, but it's still possible.
He's just looking at head to head.
Martinelli to Fernandes
and De Bruyne.
Sure. And then I could maybe move Fernandes onto Saka and give him 23. So I am considering different avenues, maybe kind of switching between different players. But I have to say, if you were to go for a third United asset right now, it would be Fernandes. The top 2 obviously would be
top 2
and Luke Shaw. So let me know your thoughts on this. Are you going to be bringing in Fernandes ahead of double game at 22? If United indeed double, that is going to be the key question, I think.
That's right. That's why I'm not making a transfer this week. I'm saving.
I can't tell you that for sure. Only Pep can. My gut feeling is he will. Let's wait and see. He started the last 4 games. He started the last 4 games, so he's not going to continue with that consistency up. Record for Newcastle. Not many minutes, not many starts in general, but he's got a good amount of goals per minute.
Yeah.
And also, I would.
Of course, what do you think of that penalty by Fekir Mitrovic last week? Great skill, but unfortunately, you can't do that. You have to hit with one kick, not planted, not his weaker foot planted on the ground. That hit. You can't do that, or it's no goal.
And who should be first sub? Start 2, it would be Cancelo and White, and Shaw would be first sub. That's the way I
as well.
Pellegrin and Salford and Martial to March and Tony. Yeah,
of course, we dropped our first 2 points since the World Cup. Away at Palace. Well, we nearly got a win, but to be fair, the second half we didn't do enough.
He hasn't started enough games since game 9.
To be fair, I only
I think it's
watched the second half on Wednesday.
I'd go for White, like I said earlier. You will also see it in my team selection as well. I would from those 2.
Wow.
Play Mitrovic and Andreas and roll or make one free transfer, says Jeff. I would roll. Maybe with Andreas and Mitrovic. I mean, I still think both of them are capable of a return. Maybe Andreas will be on penalties now, with Mitrovic missing pretty much every single penalty.
You never know. Andreas Pereira could be the new penalty taker for Fulham.
I don't mind them.
Because Mitrovic this season has missed 3 penalties.
I don't think so, actually. I really like Ben White and Arsenal defenders in the long term. I'm not so sure but they have
Not
kept
so
one of the
sure.
most clean sheets this season in general. But away from them specifically, that's where Arsenal keep the majority of their clean sheets. I would keep Ben White.
If you have any more questions for me, feel free.
But you might want to wait until next week, potentially.
As well.
Will Darwin start? I'm not so sure about that.
I think Darwin will start.
I'm not sure if he'll start there.
I think he will.
I'd start Ben Mee.
Wow.
One roll transfer and playing Mitrovic, 2 get Mitoma for free and playing with Mitrovic 3, do Trent to Botman for free. Good question. I would roll the transfer and play Mitrovic.
That's
I don't mind
sticking.
That at all. Cancelo out or Salah out. Already have Trippier, White, Shaw, Botman.
You mean the team?
Andreas for Shaw or Martinelli. For sure, if you were to do that. But honestly, I'd probably still start Shaw, as you will see in my team selection once again. First up, or Stupinian. I would probably say Gnotto, sorry. Yeah,
Gnotto.
I'd probably say him.
Who plays for Leeds?
No problem, Jeff. Sell Martial to Gnotto or Ferguson. Like I said, they're the 2 best budget options up front. I would actually prefer Ferguson, although you could argue Gnotto's a bit more nailed on.
Of course, Ferguson's price went up last week. He's 4.6 now.
Newcastle, then I'd say Bueno. I'm considering him myself.
Pereira's price went down as it was at the start of the season. So he's 4.5 again.
Like I said, I wouldn't want to bench either this week, but obviously you might have to do that. Hopefully Cancelo will play 60 plus, Shaw first sub. Yeah, I think Cancelo will start oddly enough, but we just never know with Pep, so let's wait and see how it pans out.
You just never know with Pep.
Start Rodrigo or Bueno? I'd start Rodrigo. Bruno, sorry. Rodrigo.
That's a guy who plays for Leeds.
Botman and White. What's your thoughts, Dylan?
Is brilliant.
I think that's solid. I mean, I've got the same back line. I'm quite happy with it. I think Newcastle keep a clean sheet. I think Arsenal concede maybe 1 or 2 goals. So, yeah, it's fine. And Ben White still has a decent chance. You could argue a clean sheet compared to United. So,
game week. No, it's 22. 22. Well, that's it. Well, don't make those transfers yet. Because it depends how United and Leeds get on in the FA Cup.
So in terms of Kepa versus Ward, I think it's kind of close.
If Leeds get a replay,
but I am favouring Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Because there was rumours that
for example, Shaw,
Brentford could have a double game week as well in 22. Depends on United and Leeds. That could all change. Nunes bench.
Still very close.
Or start.
Mitrovic out to Tony.
I think Nunes will start.
I'm doing well. What about you? Good to see you here.
Because
I think we answered this already.
Because Liverpool have so many injuries up front.
Yes, I would give him another chance.
Because who do they have? They have Salah and that new player, Gakpo.
Do you reckon I should start Shaw over Almiron? I wouldn't do that personally. Who to start? Thiago Silva or Shaw?
Just
Shaw.
Don't
start Kepa or Ward.
Need to draw.
For Kepa. Like I said, you can see it based on my team selection.
I think. Well, but to be fair, the FA Cup, anything can happen. Gakpo.
Who's Zonka? I'm sorry, maybe I'm.
To be fair, I won't get him in because he hasn't done it at the moment.
Martial would be the priority self in those 2 for me. Cancelo out for who? I already have Botman, Shaw, Botman. I'm guessing that's Trippier. Who for? It could even be for Bueno, and you can have so much money in the bank to then bring in Bruno Fernandes next week. I mean, that's just a thought for you.
You never know. Could bring in Bruno Fernandes. No, not next week. The following week.
Just the cheap one.
Because of course there's no Premier League matches next weekend.
Start Castagne Shaw.
What?
Replacing Mitrovic or Havertz, and who's replacement?
215k.
I'd sell Havertz and who for? Tony. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you very much.
At the moment,
I think we covered this as well. I'd get rid of Martial first, then Cancelo.
It's not too bad. So I dropped from I think it was 200k
this week. Ahead of a double, maybe that's what I did.
To 215.
Thank you very much to everyone for tuning in. If you
It is
already,
what it is. What it is.
and subscribe for you. It really helps out the channel.
I just care about beating me. I don't care. I don't care about rank. I just want to be
Check the links in the description below for the Discord server,
me personal best points
and also the channel membership
from 2 years ago.
Be sure to check all of that out. It's very much appreciated.
That's what I care about.
This week it'd be Matoma.
81k.
I would do the transfer potentially, yeah.
So you're ahead of me at the moment.
I'm going for Haaland personally at the moment, but
so that means you're doing very well. Keep it up.
Yeah, like I said, Aranya, I'd probably say Bueno. Patterson to Botman, City defender or Kepa to Edison. Just could blank in 25 should they reach the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah. Just to let you know, if Man United get to the Carabao Cup final, they blank in 25. And if Newcastle get through as well, they blank in 25 as well.
No, I wouldn't do that for a -4. Captain De Bruyne, like I said, it's not a bad choice. He's probably 4th or 5th in terms of the players.
Captain De Bruyne, it will be a bad choice, but I won't.
But I think there are better choices. Any thoughts about?
I thought De Bruyne had a poor game last Saturday. I know he got the assist, but the last few weeks, De Bruyne has been very poor. I don't care how well he's playing, he's been very poor.
But I'd rather go to Tony and go and cover Arsenal with the midfielders and defenders instead. Tony or Kane, a good
should I start Rashford or do this?
I think.
Probably both. Probably both, if I'm honest with you, Fred.
Too much. I think he's a good choice. I have considered him, but I'll probably go for Kane or Haaland. Amron to Odegaard or Cucurella to Botman. Cucurella to Botman is the better transfer, I think.
Would you not play Kepa instead of Ward?
Yes, I would.
Probably not. Probably not.
White or rather transfer and play Shaw instead. I'd rather transfer and play Shaw.
Ward
more information by
for
next week.
save points, yes. That's why I went for Ward for save points.
I would go for Raya. Really close call though. Amron to March for -4, definitely.
Leicester will concede
even for free.
against Brian Day. Yeah.
Nico Williams.
But you never know. It doesn't matter if he concedes.
Any new signings that?
What happens if Ward saves the penalty?
Yes, I do remember that, and I saw the news this morning.
Because you just never know what game weeks every season.
So lackluster at the moment.
What happens if Leicester concede 4 goals and Ward saves a penalty?
I mean, even Trossard,
that'd be brilliant.
Too many games, at least for the time being, so I'm not sure about him. Weghorst is not someone I'd really think about.
And then Kepa.
Really consider.
I know he does get a lot of save points, but
yeah, something I'd say that I'm keeping an eye on that. Maybe I could be interested in the future.
But Kepa at times will.
Even Gakpo, for example, and I even said this when he signed.
Will concede goals.
Even then, I wouldn't be that in a rush.
And I think he will concede against Chelsea, even from the penalty. I know he's not bad from penalties as well, but.
Sanchez, Raya.
As well.
Let's see. Odin sell. Yes, I probably would sell him. Burn, Botman, March, Matoma. Choose 2. Botman and March right now. Also in the midfield of Bruno, Rashford, Martinelli, Odegaard, Amron. It's basically identical to the best wildcard team video.
The best wildcard team video.
Naturally, I'm going to say that's a really good midfield. I think the only change, if I'm not mistaken, was instead of Almiron, I had Mahrez. Yeah, I think that's really solid. Just bear in mind, if you have 3 forwards, you're going to have benching headaches, but it's not the end of the world. Tony's definitely the option there for me over Nketiah. Selling Foden or rolling the transfer to get more information about doubles, says IB. I would roll the transfer in that case. Will Mudryk start today? I think he'll come off the bench.
Oh, that new player for Chelsea?
We'll find out around 11 a.m.
We'll find out 11 a.m.?
No. Like I said earlier, that's no for me. Wan-Bissaka and Tony and for Ake and Martial. I would not get him Wan-Bissaka. In the long term, I don't think he's near.
I know he's cheap, but I won't
get
Wan-Bissaka now.
He also was pretty decent against City as well. Tony in, yes.
That was a great save and tackle that he made against Palace on Wednesday. If he did make that Palace actually put it up to us on Wednesday. That was actually a great free kick by your man,
It's really close between the two.
Lessian.
I just prefer Botman naturally. I think in the long term he will score more points and get more
But
bonus.
to be fair, we have to drop points at some stage because it's a long hard season.
Burn is literally just the same
as
level,
well.
Slightly better or slightly worse. So I don't think there's much to separate them really. Paladin, we featured your comment already. First bench, Shaw, Andreas.
Yeah. I'd be happy if I get 86 points this week.
Best 4.2 million defender.
I think Ward will pick up 2 or 3 points.
See if there's anyone else I've missed out on.
If Cancelo starts, I think he would get 6 points.
Undrop another name. 4.2 million defender.
I say Trippier would get me 9. If Doherty starts, I think Doherty could get me 10 points.
As well, but
3, 9, or 10 points.
It's Bueno. Bueno's the best one.
The best I can only hope for this amount is going to be
as an Arsenal fan, I'm benching Rashford.
Probably 1 or 2 points at least.
But I am starting Rashford.
I think Rashford will get me about.
I'm happy to roll the transfer. And
6 to 8 points. Martinelli, I think be the same like Rashford. 6 to 7 points. Depending on bonus. I think Salah will get me 10 points.
And then I'd look to sell if he doesn't.
I think Per will only get me 2.
Would not sell Salah to KDB or vice
like
versa
Mount.
this week. Mara's up to 7.6.
I think Kane would get me.
With Mahrez though, I mean, I was
9.
him before giving 20.
I'm going to say 9 points, 1 goal, 3 bonus.
Now, really, but still,
I say Haaland will get 2 goals and 3 bonus.
I'd rather bench Havertz
if he doesn't get a yellow card. So that'd be 26
points. Not possible. Well, I wouldn't sell Salah for Rodrigo.
I should
not this week.
Transfer.
If you were to do that, then probably March, but no, not for me.
Martial for that Newcastle striker that scored a winner. Or roll mine. I think you should roll your transfer. To be fair, because he's not a regular starter for Newcastle.
It's a bit trickier, and it'd be between Rashford, Almiron, and Mitrovic to bench, and
current rank. Bench. I just said.
Yeah, I think it'd be Rashford, but definitely bench Mount. That's the easiest one.
Ooh, he's benching Mount.
What's your ideal wild card?
I'm going to start Mount because
I can't give you a specific game week because it depends on the double game start confirmed.
Because it's do or die anyway.
Things can change very quickly. The cups are going to have an influence, and we don't know exactly which fixtures will, lie in between certain.
Yeah, games. That's why I'm not making a transfer because
the triple captain.
Just never know with the fixtures.
Captain on a United player in 22. That's a possibility. I could also free hit, for a blank or double later in the season, but I can't tell you specifically when. Almiron or Mitoma? From those two, Mitoma this week.
Wow.
It's really close though. Start
Mitoma.
Only for the Caps, mate.
Two players are Brighton.
From those two, I would start Martinelli. If I want to start 2 Arsenal players, then Mitoma's fine. Ryan for Kepa. Would I make the transfer? No. I honestly wouldn't. I think Kepa's going to score a similar amount of points in the next few weeks. So, yeah, I think Ryan will outscore him this week, but in the long term, I think it'll be similar.
I think it'll be similar.
Rashford in double game in 22. I am considering it, yeah. Sell Nunez. I would.
Wow.
No more March. March if I had to pick one. Play Shaw or Nico Williams?
Yeah.
Dealing with spammers. Andreas or Pereira, or Perot, sorry. Pereira. Replacement for Salah? It depends on who you have or don't have already. Just dealing with another spammer. Good Cancelo replacement. I'd say a City defender like Stones, like Balai, go to Bueno. If not, one of those that I always recommend, Shaw, White, Botman, Trippier. Those are the 4 that I mainly like. It doesn't have to be Botman, like someone said earlier. It could be Burn as well.
If you're using your wild card,
Who's the best Cucurella replacement?
I'm not going to use my second wild card just yet.
I wouldn't go for Thiago Silva personally.
How
why
many?
bench Cancelo? If you still have Cancelo, I'd start him this week and then look to sell Cucurella next week and Cancelo potentially.
Chances should you
get Thiago Silva in,
be making?
especially this week. I'm in Tomo March, like I said.
Yeah, no, because just in case if there's a double game week in 22. KGB or Haaland captain? Haaland.
I would start Gabriel and Lewis.
Haaland, because he will get a lot of chances.
Free transfer? No. I don't know. Would you use Salah to KDB or someone else? No. I just keep Salah.
Because I think City, because he's on penalties as well.
22 or 23. KDB or Haaland captain?
Mead or Shaw? Mead.
I would not do that.
Mead for me.
It's just a no for me. I'll try to keep it very simple. I just wouldn't go for Che Adams. I know Southampton have looked pretty decent in the last week. They got 3 wins in a week in different competitions, but no. Are you March for -4? Depends who for, but I probably wouldn't do that. Doherty or White?
Depends who for.
Ward. I'd go for White, and I would go for probably Mahrez or Mudryk. I'd go to Odegaard, if not Mahrez. Mudryk would be last on the agenda. Salah for Fernandes, is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
I wouldn't do it this week. I'd potentially do it in Game Week 22. Either Martial to Tony or Mount to March. Martial to Tony. But I would sell Mount eventually. Sell Mount or Almiron for Matoma or Saka.
He would sell Mount.
And I would do it for Saka.
Eventually.
Just bear in mind, Saka, if he gets a yellow against Man United, he's suspended for Everton.
If Saka gets a yellow card
I think he'll come off the bench
against Man United, he'd be suspended against Everton.
But you never know with the Premier League. We just start Tony.
Of course, as you know, Trossard went to Arsenal this week. Who else? Danny Ings went to West Ham.
Martial out and take a -4, or roll and play Shaw and White over Martial. I just roll and play White over Martial. Aiden and Trossard to Matoma or hold Trossard. I think he could be a decent option in the weeks to come, but his minutes are going to be a big concern.
Yeah.
I'd probably do Trossard to Matoma. Bench Martinelli or Rashford? I'd probably bench Rashford this week, but
what?
I do admit that Rashford has been the better option since the World Cup.
I think Rashford could be on penalties if Man United get a penalty.
Start Mitrovic or Martinelli? I would go for Martinelli. Is Aurier a good choice? For this week, I don't think he's bad. Would I buy him? Not really,
no.
Because I think the fixtures will turn very soon. And yeah, Forest have been better. You know, they're a bit more kind of nailed on. They've got a more fixed starting 11. But at the same time, I think there are still better choices at a similar price.
Yeah.
Depends who for.
Depends who for.
I think Tony's a good transfer for the next 2, especially if they do double in the end in 22, which is still quite slim. No Liverpool or Chelsea team news as things stand, I think. But then again, I haven't had the opportunity to check Twitter. Tony or Mahrez only can afford one. Tony. Captain Kane or Haaland? I'm going for Haaland, but like I said, I might consider. My gut feeling is he will start, but honestly, it could be the other way around. What are your thoughts on Villa defenders? Same as before. I'm not a big fan of Aston Villa defensively.
No.
Unai Emery teams have never been known for being resolute defensively. I wouldn't go for them. In 25, and they've got good fixtures, but yeah, I'm not so sure.
Not so sure.
For second Newcastle defender, no.
When
they could blank in 25,
will
we find out? Pay off, and you only gain 2 points from that decision. I wouldn't take a hit for that. Who's the best attacking defender to replace Cucurella?
There's a double game week. Yeah, there is at the moment, but of course, that could all change, Joe, depending on if Man United get a replay and if Leeds United get a replay as well. Well, if Leeds get a replay, Man United would have to change.
I can't tell you when I'm gonna.
What do you call it? A different team, because
the Arsenal, Man City, etc.
There was rumours that Brentford, if Leeds get a replay, like
around game 29 or 34, but I can't tell you exactly when. So I'd say a period between game 27
I actually check.
Game 32, but I don't know exactly which.
Are Brentford in the next round of the FA Cup?
This is March probably. Bench Rashford or Martin?
Because Man United do have a lot of games.
Rashford, but that's a really close call. Play
Had to
Mbeumo
check.
and bench Rashford.
FA Cup.
Bruno, Andreas, Cancelo, pick 2. I pick Cancelo and Bruno Fernandes. Have a Sal Gnotto in, considering double gaming for Leeds in 22. Remember, if Leeds or Man United draw in the FA Cup,
well, Brentford are gone, I think.
Are you prepared to have the structure of, one cheap forward? If you are, then yeah, fair enough. Go for it.
They were knocked out by West Ham.
The double gaming being eliminated, and also you might not want Gnotto or a very cheap.
Yeah, so it depends on Leeds United.
One of the double gaming fixtures, if they do have one, would be Man United.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Or they could change the double game week. It will still be 22. Well, it depends on, as I said, it might not only get a draw against Reading in the FA Cup.
And Andreas to Odegaard for -4. No, I wouldn't do that. Maybe next week, but not this week. I don't think it's worth it this week. I think Mitrovic could easily be the highest scoring this week out of the 4 options. Tony,
thanks, mate.
I think it's Tony. Very simple. We've answered that already. Mount, Mitoma, Odegaard. Akfa, Odegaard. Any idea when the price changes happen? Yes, they tend to happen around.
They tend to happen.
1:30 a.m. UK time. So around that period, there's always price changes. I think.
I'll check it's my mate Andy. Click him now.
These 2 phone lovers got in common. They trade in their games and phones at sex. Ooh.
So check, has he made any transfers?
Hope you get a green arrow because it's a 2-week break and that's about it. But
his team is Ederson and goal. Defense, Trippier, Ake and Ben White. Midfield, Bice Salah, Rashford, Martinelli, Saka. Jesus, and Fernandes.
-4. I probably wouldn't do it now. I'd probably just do it next week for free.
Up top, Haaland captain and Mitrovic. Bench Ward.
If Mount was at home and Odegaard was away, I would say definitely.
Sure.
I would be tempted to do it. I just
Greenwood and Patterson.
I guess the only thing.
He's got the same bench as me. But I have Ward starting.
I mean, he always starts, doesn't he? So I don't think you've got concerns about that. But they have got a lot of options now.
What's your overall rank? I just told you.
I think I wouldn't do it.
Please don't answer that question about my overall rank. Somebody, I already answered already.
You got something good, aren't they? Good-ish.
I'm only on.
Oh, Southampton.
I know you're only on.
Or who was the other option?
But somebody asked me that question. Yeah.
I think I'd start. I don't know how much of it is like my subconscious bias.
Somebody said, "Ask my subconscious." Who's your favorite?
I'm not sure there's a huge amount in it. My team is
Pokemon.
I
actually used to watch Pokemon when I was a kid.
I mean, defenders are fine.
When I was a kid, but I don't watch it anymore. Probably my favorite would be. Oh, what do you call it?
I mean, surely there's another
Pikachu. Pikachu, something like that.
I would probably find a way to do Almiron to Odegaard rather than get rid of Salah. But yeah, if you want to get rid of Salah for Odegaard, go for it, I guess.
Like Diggs.
I don't like Martial's minutes threat and injury with Val.
Diggs.
Double. Would you bring in Johnson?
Oh.
Next 3 fixtures.
Diggs.
Or hold. I think for Martial, if you've got a decent enough bench, I think you can probably hold this week.
You mean like taking it in the guard and something like that? Oh no.
For what it's worth, because I don't want to make it out I feel like I'm maybe a confused bit of people with Weghorst. I don't necessarily think with
Weghorst.
I think there is a scenario where.
Of course, he made his debut on Wednesday, but
playing well with him, and he can prove that he's much fitter than Martial. But right now, Martial is first choice, right?
Martial is first choice over Weghorst. At the moment,
what Weghorst does to Martial
Haaland
gives Ten Hag an opportunity to rest Martial more. So right now,
Are you serious?
He now has a knock. Just played red course. So I think that's the problem. He is going to reduce Martial's minutes.
Would you stop?
We'll check.
Hold on, bear with me.
I aim to pay claims quickly.
And I think you should find a way to start Luke Shaw. He's in good form. He is Luke, but of course, Arsenal are a good team as well. Yeah, and who else? Haaland or De Bruyne captain? Haaland.
Newcastle's shot at European football.
It's been a brilliant effort from the players to get into this position. Now I think all that hard work has gone into that.
Ward or Kepa? 50-50.
50-50. Gareth Taylor talks about trying to end
What's up to you?
I'm
only joking, lad. Best of luck this game weekend. Thank you very much, you two.
Do you have the nerve to take the captain's armband off,
Tough one. Not sure to do. Of course, you only got about an hour.
Neil Bailey speaks about his time at Villa Park and how his life wouldn't be the same.
Of course, he's very cheap. That was some goal that he scored last week against Leeds. He's only 4.5 million, but I won't go for any Aston Villa assets.
And Leicester's centre-back speaks on reaching 250 appearances and how he's willing to do anything for his team.
Oh, Marty. Jesus. This is 250 appearances for Leicester. Wow.
Oh, so there we have it. Huge Saturday of football ahead, and it concludes with the Saturday night football from Selhurst.
No way.
Newcastle take on Crystal.
What do you call it? That guy who played for Villarreal could be going to Everton on loan. That ex-Bomber player. No way.
Have a catch up with Howard, Newcastle's training ground.
Doesn't say about Haaland, I'm afraid. Doma. No, I'm going to go back to YouTube. Haaland's not injured. Just stop.
Serenity Luxury.
So back to Andy again.
Your second home with breathtaking sea views and unique investment options.
Of course, Soccer Abe's on now, but I'm not going to watch it.
Like for my team this week, like don't get me wrong, having a good bench is good in the long term.
God, Andy's team.
Sometimes having a bad bench.
His midfield is all over the place.
It's like less.
He's got.
I guess
he's
got
got
Timer, but I don't like
two Man United players in midfield. Two Arsenal players in midfield as well.
If you don't want to bench with Timer, I would maybe say
not everybody's going to get return in that same game. No chance.
Spurs or Rodrigo against Brentford, I think it is.
So Andy's midfield this week.
I wouldn't want to bench Martinelli. So
it's weak.
Is there a min league that is must win for you? Yeah, the overall min league, where I finished number 1 in the world. Could actually happen. Absolutely. No Ortiz, member for 6 months, thank you very much. Is Rodrigo and Gnonto double up worth it, or just getting Gnonto and Bruno looking to ship Mitrovic and Almiron? I don't think there's a rush to get rid of Mitrovic this week, for example, but Almiron is probably a good trade to one of those two. The double up is okay, yeah. I think the thing about Leeds is they play in 25. I think they play in game week 28 as well, confirmed, but I could be wrong about that, so don't take my word for it.
Yeah, don't take Andy's word for it, but just say it about Leeds.
They definitely play in 25. Well, actually, do you know what? They don't definitely. Someone did correct me on this the other day, to be fair. Leeds don't definitely play in game week 25, right?
Wow.
I should say that because Southampton fan, they're a little bit annoyed. But you're right. I should correct myself. So in game week 25, Leeds are playing Southampton at home. If Southampton got to the Carabao Cup final, which is
of course,
then that game could be a blank. So I think so.
Of course. Because Southampton are still in the League Cup.
Would say the odds are.
Who do they have? They got Newcastle.
They're going to get there. But if it doesn't happen, if there's an upset, then maybe you wouldn't want as many Leeds players next week. So I think the best option, if you can, for Man United Leeds players,
totally forgot about that.
Next week.
Actually.
Gnonto and Greenwood, but there's no reason to do it this week, so I'd have to bench one of my other players. It's just not worth it. And also, I can't afford it. I'm 0.1 million off. But next week, my move
Andy's
could
not
be to get rid of
1 million off.
Someone cheaper, and to do
Greenwood
to Gnonto, and maybe bench Mitrovic away to Chelsea. But I know he's going to
I think my weakness this week will be.
So
Mount.
Rodrigo Gnonto could be worth it, but I wouldn't want to make that call this week. To be honest with you.
Pereira.
Like I know it's one of those really boring weeks where everyone is just saying
could be a weakness this week.
But there is one of those weeks every now and again.
But you just never know with these game weeks. Nowadays.
We're going to find out all the FA Cup 4th round results and the Carabao Cup results. Like who gets to the final?
Who gets to the final?
Who gets to game week 22? If you can put the decision off, it's a good week to do it.
If you can put the decision off, it's a good week.
Pereira ahead of Ben White. I don't think Ben White's a necessarily bad option to play this week, but I'm playing him, but I would go for the attacker for sure. One free transfer, 0.5.
I'm waiting for more questions.
Or roll my transfer and play White and bench over Cancelo. See, the thing is, if you keep Cancelo, I feel like you should probably just play him and hope that he starts. But obviously, there's a chance of a cameo.
There's a chance of a cameo.
I think if you're going to sell him, you go to Stones. If you want another Man City defender, if you're not sure, well, then you could just roll.
I'll be back in a minute.
All I would say for anyone that's thinking about bringing in a Man City player, especially a defender, is if you don't bring him in this week, you're probably just going to wait till game week 23 then, which is not a bad thing, because that's when the double is. Because in game week 22, they play Spurs away. It's not really like an ideal time to bring him in. I mean, maybe if Ederson doesn't pass the ball in a really bad place for Rodri, I think it was Rodri, wasn't it? But maybe they would have kept a clean sheet, but they didn't, and it's going to be even tougher away. Do you think Haaland will be benched this week now that he has started both back-to-back weeks and back-to-back games in a short span? I mean, it's a possibility, but I feel like we've discussed this all season. It just hasn't happened. Like, can anyone remember a time when Haaland was benched when he wasn't injured in the league? I feel like it hasn't happened. Am I talking rubbish? Did it happen earlier in the season? I don't have any Liverpool news. I'm fairly confident that Nunez is going to start, but I can't say with 100% certainty because of the way I was told. So like, I wouldn't make your decisions based on that info, to be honest with you. I mean, for what it's worth, I just think he'd probably start anyway. But yeah. Bench one of Mitrovic, Kulusevski, Mitoma or Tony. You can't bench Tony against Leeds. Kulusevski is away. You can't bench Kulusevski away to Fulham. I feel like you've got to bench Mitoma, but like, why have you all got Mitoma? You can't play him. I think I would play Kulusevski, Tony, and Mitrovic ahead of Mitoma this week. But again, when you come back to me and say, why would I want to bench Mitoma? My answer will be, yeah, good point. I don't know why you would. Maybe because you've got such a good squad. Risk because of Arsenal's new signing. I would say usually.
I'm back again. Sorry about that.
I have no idea about this guy that Arsenal have just signed. But my gut instinct is Arteta is not going to change.
Arteta's not going to change.
That he's top of the league, so maybe he'll get used in Europe and stuff like that. I don't know. Or cup games. Well, they're not even in the cup anymore. They're not in the Carabao Cup. They're in the FA Cup. They're out, aren't they? I think. Are they out? Are Arsenal out of the FA Cup?
Start match.
Oh, no.
Oh, March or...
Man City. So
that's a tough one.
Good game.
Oh, God. Avalon. Because even though Sunday March got 19 points in the last game, he's not going to do that every week. Kieran.
Yeah, I get it, but like, I feel like you've got a really good defence that are putting up really good expected goal conceded numbers. They're keeping clean sheets. It's very hard to break down. And you've got a partnership that's been there all season.
You've got partnership
and Saliba. Why would you change that halfway through the season? Like, if I was Gabriel, I would literally have no panic whatsoever.
You should say about Gabriel to somebody. No panic whatsoever.
It's not worth worrying about, in my opinion. But again, I don't know much about this guy. Maybe he's like one of the best defenders in the world.
One of the best defenders in the world.
It feels like there's been a lot of signings the last couple of days.
It has, actually.
Chelsea have made like 57. Arsenal got a new defender. Arsenal got Trossard as well.
Arsenal got new defender. They got Trossard as well.
Ukash, I have 2 pass from here on. First is Kane plus some 4 million defender. I already have 1.
Plus Kane plus 4 million defender.
Oh. Okay.
Are you
Sorry,
sure?
Kane in from Martial.
Yeah.
So second one is don't get Kane, distribute
yeah.
have money in the bank.
But it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, Kane is brilliant. I think if that's for 3 premiums, though, you do kind of lock up some funds. It is viable, as I've said. I wouldn't want 2 4 million defenders. That just doesn't sound great.
No.
If you could get to...
2 4 million defenders, it doesn't sound great.
Like Mings from Villa, who's only 4.3 million, is going to play in game week 25. And they've got some okay fixtures as well. That might be worth it. So Martial and Thiago Silva to Kane and Mings might be good.
Wow. Mings or Villa could be.
I don't know if I'd want to go there, really.
Mings could be good. In 25.
I don't know which way. When people say it like that, I'm never sure which way around it is. But if I had Salah, I wouldn't sell to De Bruyne this week. And if I had De Bruyne, I wouldn't sell to Salah this week. So
wow.
Edison in for Kepa for a hit, ready for the double.
Why do you need 3 defenders?
No. I mean, I know I did that, but that was when we were actually in the
because one defender is injured,
not for a hit.
And the other one has a tough match away at Arsenal.
Yeah, I think you could do that if you're sure that
watching
Martial is not going to be
at
YouTube 22. If you're unsure,
video
just hold
and
not make those transfers.
thinking
but, I mean, Matoma and Kane's a good option, to be honest.
Yeah. Hopefully, if it doesn't have technical problems like game week 18 had technical problems.
I've got a bad feeling about Martial. People are going to
because I pressed that by an accident. I didn't know that was going to happen. Like,
I just got a feeling he won't be back fit, and even if he is, he's not going to start both games. Because
he's not going to start both games.
The guy just cannot stay fit. It's such a shame because he is a good player. So you got him for the
go to other blogs. As well. Gonna go to James Ibby's live. And he is Planet FPL.
It's the same as any other Man City player.
Oh, he's gone for 1 out of 3 in Liverpool, Chelsea. 2-1 Forest.
Those comments were taken straight
2-1 Brighton.
Wednesday night. And
1 out of 3
There might be
Southampton and Villa. Oh, he's gone for 3-0 West Ham against Everton.
I wouldn't take it as gospel.
1-0 Newcastle. 2-1 Leeds against Brentford.
I think Haaland won't start. Wow. I think I should go with De Bruyne or Kane for captain.
2-0.
Harry Kane. But I think Haaland will start.
Man City.
Don't have
he's gone for 2-1 Arsenal against United. 2 all the 3 Fulham and Tottenham.
9 days after that is the Tottenham fixture in game week 22.
I don't think it'd be 2 all. 3 Fulham and Tottenham but you never know. Anything can happen.
It doesn't look right.
Thinking of captain Trippier. To be fair, I wouldn't because Trippier's look it will run out eventually.
I want to say find a different solution, mate.
But he does pick up a lot of bonus points.
I think it is like if you're going, I'm going to start a Brighton player over either of those.
So the captaincy, James, Haaland number 1, Kane number 2, Trippier number 3, De Bruyne number 4, Saka number 5, Odegaard number 6, Martinelli number 7, Mahrez number 8, Mitrovic number 9.
Hit it, please. Cheers. Doesn't cost anything.
Martinelli number 10. Well, Odegaard is number 6.
And catcher for me, mate. Jason,
his team is Ward and goal.
Roll with transfer, get more double game with
Trippier. Backman. He's got 2 Newcastle defenders.
This is an interesting one.
Cancelo. Rashford. De Bruyne. Oh, he has Rodri.
And that's really close because you definitely want to sell Mount. And I get that. You definitely
Martinelli. Vice captain Kane.
Do you
Haaland captain.
Want to sell
Mitrovic is bench. De Gea on the bench. Wow.
Have a little bit of freezing going
Andreas.
on, if you can hear me.
That Wolves defender who's only 3.9.
Bear with
Bruno.
Me I'm just going to see what's going on. This is handy.
This is handy.
Decided he wants to be a bastard with me this morning. For the thing that's going on. The point would be though, if you can hear me, that if you know you want to sell Azpilicueta, that's fine. But you may not necessarily want to sell. You may not necessarily want to buy Ben White. That would be my take.
WP.
Let me see if I can see.
Who is JWP? Who is JWP? Do I know who JWP is? Oh, Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse is a good option. He had a good game week in the last game. Scored 2 goals, yeah.
I see a few. He's
but,
saying it's fine.
But to be fair,
I can't see anything.
he's not going to do it every week.
Yeah, look, you may think
because I had him earlier in the season and he let me down earlier in the season. So
it might be you want to be another United.
He could take free kicks, he could take corners, but he's not going to do it every week. If he was playing for a big team, I think he would do it every week. But he's not going to do it every week.
Which is going to be a bit of a problem in terms.
So I'm going to say no.
So he's fine for you guys. He's not fine.
Saka, I won't get Saka if I'm honest with you, because if he picks up a little card against United, he will be suspended against Everton.
Problematic. Okay. Might have some luck, possibly. No.
You might have some luck, possibly.
Okay.
Thanks. You're very welcome.
Thanks for those who've been in the chat saying, yeah, all good and stuff. I think I'm back in the game, guys. God, what a faff.
Jason's back in the game. And then he said, what a faff. I've never heard of that before.
Yes, Azpilicueta question. I've lost loads of these questions, guys. Sorry.
Anybody
submitted a question
he's lost it.
I've no longer got it, unfortunately.
The comments and the questions.
I've lost all
that was
there previously, so I'm just going to have to restart from 10:04. If you
submit
a question before then, please resubmit it. Apologies, guys, it's a little bit out of my hands.
Yeah.
Alfie Clark says, morning, James.
I know everybody said Haaland is frustrating. He can't be, but I think he will score big this week. To check. Oh, that guy, that Irishman is live. His team is Kepa and goal. Cancelo. White. Midfield is De Bruyne, vice captain. Oh, he's vice captain Rashford. Wow. Avalon. And Martinelli. The strikers is Kane, Captain Haaland, and Mitrovic. Bench is Ward. Pereira. Shaw and that Wolves defender.
Cancelo, I think you probably have to play. You have to. It depends who your other defender is. You probably have to hold.
Depends who your other defender is.
Yeah, it's an annoying one to keep him now. I think we just have for City at home to Wolves.
Yeah. Such a nice fixture against Wolves, have City. Because Wolves don't score that many goals. To be fair. Yeah. Nobody was expected that. De Bruyne on the bench.
No,
yeah, if you go for Mahrez, I was going to get Mahrez this week, but I'm not going to.
I'll be going Kane for the armband if you don't want to cap it Haaland and you're chasing. Why, Brian? If you have to play one, in that luxury.
With that luxury. With three strikers.
Pereira could easily get something against Spurs. Spurs are reckless at the back at the moment. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's why it's Pereira in case if he's on penalties. And Salah's on penalties, and so is Kane. Maybe Rashford could be on penalties, or even Mount. That's if Jorginho doesn't start.
Someone like Bueno on the bench or something, or if whoever has a bad pitch. If you have maybe even if you have a Brentford defender or something.
If you have a Brentford defender.
Over Martial.
Looking at that.
Yeah, I wouldn't take the hit if you can play Pereira do, and if you can play a defender, but especially if it's Bueno or something.
Bueno or something.
Yeah, play Pereira over Martial. Reassess then after this game week. Shaw, Cancelo, and Cucurella. Ooh. Anyway, and then Cancelo, and then Shaw.
Shaw the bench.
At least you get on there, but yeah, double your with that double Newcastle thing. So like I think it could be 20% or something in the top 10K.
Double Newcastle depends. Maybe it's one to.
I haven't gone for the double for now because Cancelo's in my team, and I just have to keep him there for this week.
Yeah. Surely.
He's on a Pep's preferred centre back, so I think so one more tough decision is Andreas or Cancelo. I know.
Bad options.
I think you go for Cancelo, to be honest. You just have to hope he plays.
Yeah, you have to hope he plays. That's what you have to hope. Thanks, you're very welcome. Andrew Farrell, Ake or Akanji. That's a tough one. I think I would go for Akanji. Akanji. I think Ake will get rotated eventually. Yeah, so I'm going to go to other. As well. Will Cancelo start? You hope so. You hope so. It's not just you, it's me as well. I'm in the same boat as well. You hope so. Of course, 35 minutes to go to the deadline closes.
To Dublin 23. Luke Smith says Cancelo to me differential. Mount to Odegaard.
Well, he picked up 77 in the last game week. I think he played this triple captain. Your mate Oscar from
I don't know
FPL
if I would do
Falco.
-4 for me. I think I would just do Mount to Odegaard. Do the one move and then that's it.
Mount to
I
Odegaard.
think I'd do a -4 to go Cancelo to
I'm not
me.
getting Odegaard.
Basically, Mount to Odegaard is the priority move there. Cancelo to me, I think that's optional, and I probably wouldn't do it.
Probably won't do it.
Kane captain. Kane's a good shout for captaincy. He was right up there on the projections. I think it was third. Haaland top 7.2. Salah 6.3. Kane
Salah second.
Let's do an early double game week 22 poll. We'll ask how many players, how many double game week 20 players will you have?
How many double game week
what would
players will you have?
3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, isn't anyone going to have 6? You'd have to be triple Lees, right? I'll go 2, 3, 4, 5 plus. There you go. How many double game week 22 players will you have? 2, 3, 4, 5 plus. That's including transfers you plan to make, not how it is right now.
That's including
transfers. So, for example, in my case, at the moment, I've just got Rashford and Shaw. But I plan to go De Bruyne to Bruno, so that brings me up to 3. Right, see if we've got any news on Liverpool. Half an hour to the deadline.
Half an hour to the deadline?
Nothing yet. Yeah, if we get any leaks on Liverpool, I'll relay that to you guys. And likewise, Chelsea might get something.
We might get something.
Matt says KDB Almiron to Bruno Rodrigo if the double game is confirmed, and then Bruno tomorrow for 23. What do you think?
L.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, obviously that's a move you would make in 22, not now, but
Bruno,
I like that a lot.
Odegaard in.
I'm planning to do.
No, I actually won't do that this week.
KDB and Almiron to Bruno.
If I'm roll your transfer,
money, that's the problem. So then, if I was going to get KDB back, it'd have to be
because Mahrez might not even start.
Rodrigo for a -4. I might just stick.
Everybody said he looked a bit tired towards the end on Thursday.
I suppose that would work. Yeah, you could do that. That would be my way of doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean the first 2 moves make a lot of sense.
But to be fair, I won't
go back to Mahrez or not.
Neither
or back to KDB.
Bruno or Odegaard because they're against each other this week.
2 game weeks.
If I'm honest with you.
And Mahrez could be benched for one. He might blank in the other. Who knows? So, how many double game week 22 players will you have? 26% of you are going to have 2, 40% 3.
Wow.
23% 4, and 11% 5 plus. Interesting.
Right,
we've got 30 minutes till the deadline. I'm going to just grab a quick
30
drink.
minutes
We'll be back in 2 seconds. Don't leave.
Kane captain. It's a good shout. It's a good shout, Kieran. But I will go for Haaland because he will get that many chances against Wolves. Haaland will get probably 2 goals at least, or even 1.
Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Chair stream. Wayne says Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Wayne. Pepsi time. Oh, I should have got a Pepsi. Is it too late?
Oh.
I feel like it'd be very unprofessional.
They were saying that he should have got a Pepsi.
I just got water. I could have gone for a Pepsi. No, I won't go back. I can't go back for Pepsi now.
No, you can't go back for
Pepsi
now.
1,500. Bench Shaw for Darwin. Yeah, if I had Darwin, I'd absolutely start him. We've got 30 minutes till the deadline, so if we get any
30 minutes to the deadline,
I'll let you guys know. It is the first fixture of the day, so hopefully we get some news on whether he starts or not. Klopp said that he's in contention, I believe was the quote.
Klopp said he's in contention this Nunes.
Chelsea, first game of the day. Scoreline predictions, what are you guys saying?
Ward
Keep the questions coming in for FPL. And
Kepa, 50-50, Kieran.
Rodrigo,
it's up to you.
Is Stones the best seat defender? Stones or Ake? I'd say probably Ake. Marwan says 2-1. 2-1 to Liverpool. Romain says Chelsea 2-0 win. 2-all. 3-all. That'd be a great game.
3-all? What?
I mean, I don't know any Liverpool or Chelsea assets.
So Kepa doesn't have a great record against Liverpool, to be honest with you. He really doesn't.
I suppose that wouldn't be as bad as Felix's debut if Mudryk scored an own goal.
He really doesn't.
0-0. 2-1 Chelsea. Anyway, thanks for getting your votes in on the Double Gaming 22 poll. 4-1 to Chelsea.
What? 4-1 Chelsea?
Right, what about City versus Wolves? What do you think the score will be there? Man City versus Wolves at home.
I went for 3-0 City.
I think that's going to be a comfortable City win.
Yeah.
I was really surprised and amazed by Pep's post-match conference and comments. He was fuming. Despite the win, he was absolutely fuming. You know, he was saying he wants his fans back. He was
Pep
talking
was
about
fuming.
the players not showing enough fight. So I think he's going to light a fire under their arse, and I think we're going to see a comfortable City win.
Fire under their arse.
4-0, 3-0. Marcus says subfocal Havertz or Nunez for Martial. I don't think I'd get either of those.
No.
I don't think I'd get either of those. If I was going to bring in a Martial replacement, it would be Nketiah or Tony, maybe Nonto from Leeds.
Dares.
I think those three.
Double game week.
Assuming you can't get to
No. There's FA Cup.
I doubt you can.
FA Cup next week, Kieran. It's the following week.
Whacker 24.
FA Cup next week.
Start Almiron or Havertz. Oh, that's a tough one. Almiron or Havertz. What would you guys do there?
Check anyway.
Almiron or Havertz.
FA Cups next week.
Oh, Havertz, I think just about.
Because it's the end of January.
That's really close. That one feels like a coin toss. Probably Havertz. Almiron.
Yeah, FA Cups next week. So the next deadline will be Friday the 3rd of
Josh's Havertz.
February.
I mean, chat's pretty divided as well on that one. Almiron or Havertz.
So what time would I be live at?
Havertz is such a frustrating player, though. He goes like these random streaks, random patches of form.
Deadline closes at 6:30 in 2 weeks.
Again for like 5 weeks.
6:30.
I say go be gut on that one, honestly. I know you probably hate that answer, but it's so hard to say who's going to be.
So I'll be live about 4:45 or even 5 o'clock. Depends how I feel like.
Elliot says Martial to Nketiah.
I'm actually going to post my team.
22. No, I'm done with Martial. Absolutely done with him. Absolutely done with Martial. Back when
so I'm going to post my team.
Fulham got the double game week 19, I had the option to go Martial to Mitrovic for the double game week, and I thought, no, I'll keep hold of him because he could double in 20, he could double in 22, and he's got good fixtures. So I kept hold of him. He's done absolutely nothing for me since that decision, which was a good decision on paper. I know he's not a very reliable pick, but his underlying numbers were really solid as well. So I'm done with Martial. Absolutely done with him. But I'm not going to bring it back in this season. Maybe ever again.
Maybe ever again?
Same for Digne. Don't get me started on Digne. Sean says, bench one of Mitoma, White, and then Mbeumo. Mitoma you definitely start, so it's between White and Mbeumo. I think I'll start Mbeumo just about.
Just about?
Just because Leeds always look like conceding at the moment.
Conceded at the moment?
I read a stat that won something like...
Captain Haaland or De Bruyne?
Like no
Haaland.
Bench Edouard or Botman? Is Edouard even starting games? I bench Edouard.
Wow. Oh yeah, who does Palace have? Oh, they got Newcastle at home.
Damn, I was hoping that. Do you remember last season, even before the break, mainly last season, there was a Crystal Palace league. Just had a quick look whether they're actually revealing any lineups anymore, and they've only done it once this season. It'd be good to have that again, but it looks like he's keeping quiet for the leagues now.
Has Haaland safe? Yeah. He's
better for game week 21. Kepa or Sanchez?
Haaland will get your points, and he's on penalties as well.
I mean, Chelsea are away to Liverpool. That's a really tough fixture, whatever way you shape it. Even if Liverpool are out of form, it's away at Anfield. Any early Liverpool or Chelsea lineups? Nothing at the moment. I'll keep checking. We might get something closer to the deadline, but nothing's come through at the moment. We might get one or two Chelsea players. We might get the full Liverpool lineup. If we do get that, then I'll let you guys know what the team is. I think mainly people are wondering whether Darwin starts or not. Cucurella or Shaw? Sure. Cucurella, I don't know if he even starts now. I think he's out of favour. I think Hall starts. KDB captain, too risky, asks Slaughter. It's a little bit risky after he didn't even...
Yeah, a bit risky.
...play at all last game. Didn't start, didn't come on. It's a little bit risky. Maybe that points towards him starting this one, but it's definitely risky.
It's definitely risky.
It's incredibly high upside as well. Last season, De Bruyne scored 4 goals in one game against Wolves. And that's the same fixture he's got now. That was away as well. It was a different system, to be fair. It was when City were playing strikerless, so all the mids were chipping him with goals. But yeah, he scored 4 in one goal against Wolves last season. Marwan triple captain De Bruyne that game. Unbelievable. Jordan says, thoughts on Andreas to Mitoma and benching Almiron? I think this week you're fine to roll the transfer.
You're fine to roll the transfer?
I think you just start Almiron and roll the transfer. As we were saying earlier, the double game of 22 is not locked in yet.
Good
if you roll your transfer, then you're in a good position to attack the double
grab
if you want to.
Ranks and worth the risk.
Just to recap one more time.
Haaland.
These are the fixtures. Leeds play against Bournemouth or Accrington Stanley, and then Man United play against Reading.
2.6.
All that needs to happen is Leeds and Man United
if you do get rid of Haaland,
as long as they don't draw, then the double game 22 is locked in.
You won't get him back.
Which is these fixtures. So therefore, if you roll the transfer to 21,
12.2,
you've got 2
I think.
To take into 22 here, and there's a lot you can do with 2. If you don't own Bruno, you can bring in Bruno.
You think
you can even roll the second transfer and sell Bruno straight on for Mahrez or De Bruyne.
I'm hoping. So guarantees. I'm hoping.
To bring in Mitoma and bench Almiron.
No captain. Wow.
Do I think Doherty will start? It's 50-50, I think.
Yeah.
50-50. I think Man United concede, so I'm just gambling on Doherty.
Oh, he has Doherty as well?
Like if Doherty starts, then he's likely to keep a clean sheet and he's likely to get an attacking return, in my opinion.
What tank are
Almiron or Andreas?
You are.
Almiron.
I.
Start Botman or White?
I can't. I actually already said that already. I know you being on, but you're only on, but Newcastle, I've already said that question about ranks already.
Arsenal 31.5. So, yeah, I'll start Botman.
So it's done.
The Hale or Ward.
Your team is locked in.
Will Cancelo start?
Not going to make any transfers.
We had that predicted lineup from Jump the Wave. Where is it? I think it's just here.
So safe.
This is the predicted Man City lineup from the fans. Jump the Wave. She puts this together each game week based on the fan predictions. Because generally, if you use a bunch of fan predictions, you kind of get a wisdom of the crowd thing. So they've got Gundogan and Foden, they think will be benched. Haaland, they all think will start. Grealish, overwhelmingly, they think will start pretty much. Akanji and Lewis, they think will start. Walker seems pretty up in the air. Cancelo, 5%. So I would say based on the fan predictions.
Oh, Cancelo's only 5%? Wow.
I thought it was 50-50 myself.
Saliba over.
The fans say no.
Sure.
I really thought he
would,
actually.
Neither, if I'm honest with you, mate.
To help break walls down.
Because I think Arsenal will concede it.
But yeah, maybe we see Ake. Was it the wrong one again?
But if you want to go for Saliba, it's up to you.
I've closed that tab now. I have, honestly, you should see my browser. I have like 30 tabs open every stream. And I label each tab before I go live. Right, here's the correct one.
Apologies. No.
Right, here's the correct one.
No, is Kane worth a risk for captain?
So Cancelo.
I'm going to say
actually.
No.
Cancelo's 50-50 according to the fans to start.
Stones,
Diaz, Walker, Ake, it's all really up in the air whether they start.
Yeah, but Brentford's run.
So
I wonder if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, if I had Cancelo, I think I'd just leave him this week rather than spend the because it's one of those weeks where there's not
should start today.
Defenders to bring in.
But
if you don't own Trippier, then that makes sense.
But it's up to you.
You've got Arsenal and Man United playing one another.
They could blank in 25
if
if Southampton get into the Carabao Cup final.
Maybe another Newcastle.
So you don't want too many players as well.
Dex says Andreas Mitoma or Cancelo / James sell. I mean, Cancelo and James are both potential issues. I think James is actually back in training, so he might even play in Game Week 22. I think you're okay to roll. Andreas Mitoma. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Andreas Mitoma.
Andreas Mitoma.
Ward or Kepa? Ward, I'd say. Ward. Bueno or Rico Lewis? You have to start Lewis just in case. Early team news. I'll check if there's anything. How long we got? Just under 20 minutes till the deadline. Nothing yet.
Tragic.
I mean,
not that many minutes to the deadline. 17 minutes.
If we get a Liverpool lineup, then I'll share it with you guys.
Hennessy in goal. He is indeed, because Henderson's injured.
KDB or Mahrez? Good question. If you'd asked me before last game week, I would have said De Bruyne. But now it's much more of a question, isn't it? De Bruyne we always thought was more assured for minutes. To be fair, he has barely been benched, but he was against Tottenham. But if you look at his minutes before that, he played the 90 for 9 games in a row. The last time he was benched before that is game week 5. I do still think De Bruyne, but it's much closer now. It's much closer. If Mahrez carries on playing, then he's undoubtedly the best player. But time and time again, Mahrez has done this. He gets these hauls, sometimes in a double game week, sometimes not. He might go on a run of like 5 goals, 3 assists in 4 games, and everyone's like,
just do this on Instagram at the moment.
And that's it. He's out of favour again, and that is still certainly possible. So I think De Bruyne, despite what happened last game week, De Bruyne's had his benching, so maybe that points towards him getting the starts again, based on what we've seen this season. He was benched against Forest, benched against Tottenham. Other than that, he started every game. And surprisingly, a lot of them, he's played the 90, so it's close, but I'd say KDB. But it's money as well. The money's a factor. Not everyone can afford De Bruyne. FPL Harry or FPL Raptor? What a question, Colin. They're both equal. 2 absolute legends. I have to message them. I'm in a group chat, the 3 of us. I have to say that I've been asked that. FPL Harry or FPL Raptor. What do you guys think in the chat? FPL Harry or FPL Raptor? Who's the best FPL YouTuber? Besides me, obviously. It'll be Andy, isn't it? Andy's the GOAT.
Andy.
Who's your favourite? Do you guys watch like multiple channels? Or do you have like 1 or 2? Who do you guys watch actually? I'm interested to know. Which channels do you watch? It's pretty divided. Raptor versus Harry. Pretty divided. What channels do you guys watch other than this one? Sam says he only watches me.
Wow. Only watches me. Back to Andy.
But I can't tell you for sure. That's all I know.
I can't tell you for sure.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, look, there's loads of questions, so it's easy to miss. But yeah, I definitely answered that one. I think, without giving you the whole answer again, I think I did say you can get caught in the trap with Foden, but I would just be tempted to maybe give him this week, knowing that you've got to sell him at some point, I think. What do you think about Ferguson as a third attacker with Haaland and Kane? I don't think it's necessarily that bad, as long as he keeps getting minutes, which are looking pretty good right now. I don't know if a Welbeck's going to affect that a little bit, but they could blank in game week 25, so I wouldn't bring him in right now. I think possibly in the shorter term, Gnonto might be a better option. Why do your leaking contacts talk like Cold War spies and code? I can't. Yeah, it just. The thing is, like, I'm not that bothered generally about getting team news. I'm just not. I'm not worried about getting extra followers through it and stuff like that. Like a lot of people like getting team news because you get extra followers and stuff, right? I'm not that bothered about it, to be honest. So I don't ask for the team specifically. Like, before, I've had it because of certain players. Like, back when Diaz and Jota might all be fit, we wouldn't know exactly who was going to start. There was fixture congestion. Sure. Then I might ask about a specific player, but I've never really cared about getting the whole team. So
never really cared.
I'm just not that bothered. And I only asked this morning because someone asked me about Nunez.
About
and that's
Nunez?
What I sent, so that's all I know. And I'm not really bothered more than that. I'm sure someone will have it out anyway soon. We still got 12 minutes to the deadline.
Minutes to the deadline.
Complicated. Haaland, Stephen, how's it going? I wouldn't do that. No, I think you got to stick with Haaland.
Yeah.
Fader Nathan. Don't spam too much. I will see. I will get through stuff as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
For Almiron. I wouldn't transfer him in though. Ward or Kepa? Ward. I have got Ward or Kepa question in the ticker. Maybe I need to make it more obvious.
Maybe I need to make it more obvious.
Avril, are you joking? I'm not joking.
No, he's not joking.
What are you waiting for? Oh, yelling for. Not waiting.
Waiting for. Yelling for.
The news I have is that the Liverpool team is the normal team. So whatever that means, I don't know.
Rory, how are you? Have you just got a match this afternoon? Or is it off? My game is off today.
Kane or Haaland, captain Haaland, sorry.
It was announced yesterday.
I'll have a ticker right over his face and my team.
Solid team, man.
I did have that.
Thanks, Connor. It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
No.
But we see what happens this week, of course.
I mean, it's not very useful for this week, but it'll be useful for weeks going forward. Has to be Kepa if you own Salah, because him finally getting penalty and missing will be typical this season. Don't.
What is he saying?
It's going to happen. You need a different coloured background for your ticket. Yeah, that's not a bad chat. Actually. I do like the layout, but I do wonder if it's too much of the same branding. Yeah, maybe we could make things a little bit different in certain places.
Maybe we can make things a little bit different.
Small things.
Ten minutes to the deadline closes.
Spy on Cop has replied to someone saying Darwin news.
So I'm going to say my team.
Likely to be benched. But whether or not they've got the team.
Ward and goal. My defence is Cancelo, Trippier, Doherty. My midfield is Mount. Rashford.
I think you should try and pick the
ticket. Batshuayi. My vice captain Salah.
Maybe I'll just make it bright.
Andres Pereira. My forwards are Harry Kane and my captain Haaland.
I don't know.
My subs is Kepa, Shaw, Sam Greenwood, and the guy who's injured, Patterson.
It'd be interesting to see who's not playing. Shaw plays, because if Shaw plays centre back, then I think it's definitely worth going wide. I have thought Ben White and Luke Shaw could both. There's a good chance they both concede. I think. In which case, Luke Shaw is probably more attacking, but only if he's playing left back, which isn't a guarantee. And obviously, Ben White does get forward. So I think, taking allegiance.
Yeah, if Luke Shaw's playing in defence instead of his normal position left back.
The person's attention will also orient around the bottom of the video because that's where chat and title is too. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll move it at some point. A lot of people are talking about Martinez,
Sanchez,
defensive midfielder.
In goal for me. Yeah.
White also has a better chance to be subbed.
But you might not get that many save points.
I just honestly, I think White and Shaw.
That's the only problem you might have. But he's a good option anyway. This week.
That's a bigger decision where you're gonna if Shaw ends up beating White by 10 points, then that is just unlucky, right? Because the reality is it's probably only going to be 2 to 4 points difference.
Yeah.
More than Kepa. Don't change the colour of the ticker. Stay on brand and don't screw up the design. Ticker at the bottom, perhaps slightly smaller text would work. Smaller text.
Smaller text.
I feel like we're always having this ticket conversation.
We're going to have this ticket conversation.
In the middle of the screen, and people would still ask, "Yeah, possibly." I mean, I'm trying to help, right? That's the thing. People have put super chats and stuff in saying Kepa versus Ward, and I've literally got it in the ticker at the top.
Of course, how to do.
Which YouTube channel did you refer to for creating this OBS scene?
What do you call it? Me English Fantasy as well, and then the Real Viva as well.
Probably Andreas.
Which I have to do that as well.
Probably hold. Mahrez versus Andreas, definitely Mahrez. Keep Martial sell. I think if you've got a good enough bench, you can just keep hold of him. Reassess ahead of 22. Start Mount with Darwin. I'd probably start Darwin, I think.
Andy's problem is going to be in midfield. With 299 players and two Arsenal players, both of them in midfield. That's going to be Andy's problem.
I knew I just wasn't going to change anything. Like, usually I just take the screenshot when the stream finishes and then just write the tweet there. But I was so sure of what I was going for.
So Andy could have a poor game week.
Put it up last night. I knew nothing.
If Haaland gets him out of it, like.
So yeah, the excitement. We've got 5 minutes and 21 seconds to see if I keep the exact same team that I'm definitely keeping. I think that is the move.
I think I'm going to make a transfer to the Wheel of Eva right now.
Get rid of that.
Wolves defender.
Palace vs Newcastle tends to be a low-scoring game. Just got a feeling Haaland's going to be rested. I don't think it's crazy to consider Trippier, but I don't think I would do it personally.
Haaland won't get rested.
Have the ticker text speak what he's saying repeatedly through
Brighton or Leicester to win. Brighton 2-1.
Please do like the stream and hit subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for everyone that's clicked on the newsletter. We're over 3,000 now, so thank you very much. I'll make sure
am I going to get in?
Send one out again next week or next game week. Team News and Tix tweeted, did they now?
Did they now?
Oh, wow. Justin Nunez and Trent don't start.
What? Wow. Trent and Nunez don't start?
Surely not.
Andy said surely not.
4 minutes to go.
Damn. Maybe it's not.
To check.
Interesting.
Trent
a right back. Aaron and Mitoma, we've already gone in second. I don't know if I should keep Aaron. I already have Rashford on the bench. Yeah, sounds okay to keep him. I mean, I would probably just play Rashford ahead of Aaron personally. If you could have any striker right now, which one would you have? I mean, Haaland and then Kane. 1 week punt, Gibbs White, Mitoma, Kulusevski or Rodrigo. I'm going to say, I mean, they're all pretty good options.
They're all pretty good options.
Rodrigo.
What am I going to get in? Jesus.
I should tweet this out. So.
Tweet this out.
Yeah, maybe Trent and Nunez won't start.
Maybe Trent and Nunez won't start. Aaron, it's actually Liverpool or Chelsea.
That's Liverpool.
Home.
I went for 2-1.
Liverpool. The Super Bowl. 2 minutes to go to the deadline closes.
Because if Trent's not starting, then it's definitely not the same 11 as always.
No.
That's what I can see.
Mason Mount scoring today. It could happen.
Liverpool's
defenses all over the place, but so is Chelsea's. So is Chelsea's.
Damn. Liverpool last play.
Tuesday.
News now. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much, right? Not many people own Nunez.
Last Tuesday.
Not many people own.
Yeah, that's just it.
Is flip. Time is up. The deadline is now closed. So I want to say thank you for watching, TikTokers. I want to say best luck with with other fancy managers in the Fancy Cup in the 6th round, like myself, and best of luck with game week 21, and stay safe as always. And I will see you in 2 weeks. The 3rd of February.
I don't know. I
don't know. Look after yourselves and stay safe as always. And thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.
They might not have it correct. Again, I said this earlier on the stream.